Hello everyone. What we are going to learn today is the handling of tourism reception plans and schedule changes. The tourism reception plan is a contractual document whereby the group organizing travel agency entrusts the local reception agency to organize and implement the activities of the tour group. It is the main basis for tour guides to understand the basic situation of the tour group and arrange the activity schedule. However, in tourism activities, the plan and schedule will be changed according to the actual situation. Generally, there are the following three situations. First, changes in plans and schedules due to objective reasons. During the tourism process, due to objective reasons, unforeseeable factors such as weather, natural disasters, transportation problems, etc., when it is necessary to change the tourism plans, routes, and activity schedules of the tour group. There are generally three situations that may arise. Flexible response measures should be taken for different situations. Shorten or cancel the visiting time in a certain place. Firstly, the delay in the arrival time of the tour group results in the shortening of the travel time. Carefully analyze the difficulties and problems brought about by the delay, and report to the external liaison or scheduling department of the reception agency in a timely manner, so as to feedback the situation to the group organizing agency as soon as possible. Find out the remedial measures. With the assistance of the external liaison or scheduling department, arrange and implement the transportation, accommodation, sightseeing, and other matters of the group. Remind the relevant personnel to contact the hotel, fleet, and restaurant and handle all relevant matters, such as checking out, returning the vehicle, and canceling the meal in a timely manner. The local guide should immediately adjust the activity schedule, compress the activity time at each scenic spot, but try to ensure that the sightseeing projects within the plan are not reduced. Secondly, the tour group leaving ahead of schedule causes the visiting time to be shortened. Immediately discuss with the full-service tour guide and the team leader to take possible remedial measures. Immediately adjust the activity time to complete the planned visiting projects. If there are difficulties and it is impossible to complete all the visiting projects within the plan, the local guide should select the most representative and most distinctive key tourist attractions. Let tourists have a basic understanding of the visiting attractions. Take a good care of tourists, and do not rush to tell the tourists the news of the early departure of the tour group in order to avoid causing restlessness. After working with the team leader and the full-service tour guide to develop a new visiting plan, find the right opportunity to first explain the difficulties truthfully to the tourists with influence in the tour group, and sincerely apologize to obtain their understanding, and explain the changed arrangements to them clearly, and strive for their recognition and support. Finally, take care of other tourists separately. The local guide should notify the reception department or relevant personnel to handle related matters, such as checking out, canceling meals, and returning the vehicle, and give tourists appropriate compensation. When necessary, with the consent of the leadership of the reception agency, material compensation methods such as adding dishes, giving special flavor meals, and giving small souvenirs can be adopted. If the activities of the tour group are greatly affected and the tourists suffer large losses, and cause strong dissatisfaction, the leadership of the reception agency can be asked to come forward to express apologies and propose compensation methods. If the tour group leaves ahead of schedule, the full-service tour guide should immediately report to the group organizing agency and notify the next stop reception agency. Extend the travel time. The early arrival or delayed departure of tourists will result in the extension of the visiting time and the need to change the visiting schedule. In this case, the local guide should take the following measures. Firstly, implement relevant matters. Contact with the relevant departments or personnel of the reception agency. Re-implement the situation of the tour group, such as housing, meals, and vehicle use, and promptly implement the departure air tickets, train tickets, etc. Secondly, quickly adjust the activity schedule. Appropriately extend the visiting time at the main scenic spots, with the consent of the group organizing agency. Add visiting attractions as appropriate, or arrange healthy culture and sports activities at night, and strive to make the activity content substantial. Thirdly, remind the relevant reception personnel to notify the schedule changes of the group at the next stop. Fourthly, when designing to change the travel plan, the local guide should seek the suggestions and requirements of the team leader and the full-service tour guide, and discuss together to obtain their support and help. After the changed travel plan is determined, it should be discussed with the team leader and the full-service tour guide on how to explain it clearly to the tourists in the group, and obtain their understanding and support. The staying time remains unchanged, but part of the travel plan is forced to be changed. This situation is definitely caused by external objective reasons, such as heavy snow blocking the mountain, maintenance and renovation, entering dangerous areas, and so on. At this time, the tour guide should take the following measures. Firstly, tell the situation to the guests honestly and seek understanding. Secondly, put forward a plan to replace it with another scenic spot and negotiate with the tourists. Thirdly, stimulate the tourists' interest in traveling with wonderful tour guide explanations and enthusiastic services. Fourthly, make some corresponding compensation according to the relevant regulations, such as adding appropriate dishes during meals, changing the convenient meal to a flavor meal, and giving small gifts. When necessary, the leader of the travel agency will come forward and sincerely express apologies to the tourists, allowing them to live happily. Second, the tour group requests to change the planned schedule. During the tour, due to various reasons, tourists ask the tour guide to change the tour route or schedule. In principle, it should be carried out according to the travel contract in the case of more special circumstances or proposed by the team leader. The tour guide has no right to act on their own and must report to the relevant personnel of the group organizing agency or the reception agency. It must be approved by the relevant department and do the change work according to its instructions and specific requirements. Third, due to the reasons of the travel agency, it is necessary to adjust the planned schedule. In the process of arranging the travel plan, it may occur due to the negligence of the travel agency, such as the scenic area is not open on the same day, and the tourists' booked programs are not arranged, resulting in poorly arranged travel activities and the need for temporary adjustments. In this case, a reasonable arrangement should be made for the plan first, trying not to affect the schedule. Then communicate the arranged plan with the team leader and tourists to obtain their understanding and arrange the tour according to the new plan. Students, that's all for today's study. See you in the next class.